but we need it now.
So, Rick, when is this going down? I could put the address to let people know. And can you tell us that?
40 Hilton Street, Easton, Pennsylvania. We're staging today at 5. From what I understand, there's going to be a lot of trucks. And when I say a lot, I'm not talking about 100 or 200. I'm talking about maybe 1,000 to 2,000. And we're going to convoy into New York City tonight at whatever time that we feel is safe. Obviously, we want the traffic to die down. And we're going to surround Fox News on 6th Avenue in Manhattan. Here's why.
So what's going on, Rick, man? I appreciate you doing this. I've had a couple people send this out to me, and all the truck drivers out there just want to know what's going on. We know what's going on as far as what the industry is doing and how hard it's been for owner operators and just how carriers and just everyone's pushing us down. And so, they sent me links to your Facebook, your PSA that you made. And
Sure.
so can you just let us know a little bit and just introduce yourself so that other truck drivers out there know who you are and why this is so important?
Okay. Good morning. Name is Rick Santiago. Drove for 20 years. I was the guy who put thousands of trucks outside the White House 3 years ago. Amidst the pandemic, we're called heroes, but we were paid pennies on the dollar. I took great exception to that. What's happening now, and I really want your audience to understand what's really happening. The market was set at the beginning of the year by J.B. Hunt, and it was quoted at $2 a mile. Hence, if you look at loads on your load boards from coast to coast, it's literally $2 a mile. Nobody took into account the fuel rise at the beginning of the year. And then nobody foreseeing a war where our fuel reserves would now be sent to the Ukraine to assist them. Hence, your $6, $7 a gallon. We were all waiting for the midterm elections to see if we were going to have that red wave. Didn't happen. Your fuel is only going to get worse. Here's the bottom line. For a man or a woman to get in that semi, leave their families for weeks, even months at a time, to break even, to not be able to make a profit, I take great exception to that. Okay. I retired from driving, but I own a dispatch company. So I help the carriers that have strong dialects. For example, those that are from Russia, Siberia, that don't have a great understanding of the English language. These, individual brokers, I don't want to say they, megacorp brokers, but individual brokers, they take advantage of their dialect. And so they offer them a very low rate. The number $3,000 sounds great. Doesn't sound so good when you're going from Los Angeles to New York City. Okay. I've been doing this for a very long time, and to see how the drivers are treated. Listen, your car note still has to be paid. Your truck payment still has to be made. Insurance, the house at the beginning of the year passed insurance where insurance rose by $10,000. Okay, can't find insurance cheaper than $19,000 for the year now, and that's if you have a spotless record. It's time that the drivers say no. No is a very powerful word. Not just taking cheap freight, but stage it. We're staging outside of Fox News because I'm going to expose what's called the Quantum Act. Back in the early 80s, J.B. Hunt and Walmart sat down with BNFS Railways, and there was an agreement made to where we're going to put your freight on our rails, but you're going to pay us X amount of dollars. Nobody knows what that is. And there was an agreement, we will never raise the rate. That was the agreement rate. That was 30 plus years ago. Inflation, things have changed, times has changed. At what point does that secrecy not become collusion? And I take great exception to it. I really do. I'm willing to put myself out there. I've done it before, but I get answers. And all it does is help, for example, your followers, your people that follow you, the drivers of this country. I fully expect to get a whole lot of backlash and heat, but that's what I do. If it helps you or your audience, then hey, I did my job. The Quantum Act needs to be revisited, and it starts with the rails. If you're into transportation, you know that the railways are about to go on strike next week. So between the strike with the railways The truckers not getting anything. Black Friday is almost here, and everybody's saying, okay, we're going to wait for November for the race to rise. Black Friday is right around the corner. And I just looked at the load board this morning, and it's still $2 a mile. This industry has been completely crapped on. It has been abused. Pete Buttigieg, who runs the Department of Transportation, has no earthly idea what it's like. He was a mayor for Indiana. He has no transportation experience whatsoever. Yet we have these lawmakers setting laws for, though they've never, ever, ever driven a truck in their lives. It's pathetic what's happening to the owner-operators. The owner-operators make up the majority of the industry. Okay, 74% of the MCs that opened up last year are now closed this year because they can't sustain with the rates. It's pathetic.
So, Rick, when is this going down? I could put the address to let people know. And can you tell us that?
40 Hilton Street, Easton, Pennsylvania. We're staging today at 5. From what I understand, there's going to be a lot of trucks. And when I say a lot, I'm not talking about 100 or 200. I'm talking about maybe 1,000 to 2,000. And we're going to convoy into New York City tonight at whatever time that we feel is safe. Obviously, we want the traffic to die down. And we're going to surround Fox News on 6th Avenue in Manhattan. Here's why. Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, Peter Ducey. These are people that have direct access to things that you and I could never. They have the exposure to open up that Quantum Act, make people answer for the rates, make them understand that, listen, America's about to be shut down by the owner-operators of this country. I'm fully aware that not every single owner, there's somebody that's going to take the cheap freight. And that's the person that I'm still fighting for, even though I'm totally against it. He'll benefit or she will benefit from it. But we're going straight to the news. I fully expect to see choppers in the air. And this is my personal opinion. People may disagree with me, but that's fine. If you can burn down police stations and burn down businesses and not face any charges for it, why can't we peacefully protest as my United States Constitution allows me to? We're going to abide by the traffic laws. We're going to not idle as per New York City rules and regulations, but we are going to surround ourselves around on 6th Avenue, all the way up to 57th, down 5th Avenue, down 42nd, and all the way up. We're going to take over New York City. It's as simple as that. Washington, D.C. do no justice because it's all blocked off. They're fully aware of what us truckers are capable of from 3 years ago. They've made it almost impossible for us to get there now.
I was going to ask that, Rick, before I let you go. I think the big problem why a lot of times truck drivers can't get together is they feel that they are going to be the only one that's going to show up. They feel like it's not going to work because of that. You are completely confident that there's going to be a really great support for this, and other truck drivers should definitely join.
I'm more than confident. Here's why. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I see it every day. I run a dispatch company, and we run 100 carriers ourselves. And they say, no, Rick, no, do something, Rick, do something, help us, please, please. And they're sick of it. I'm sure your audience, somebody right now is banging his hand on the steering wheel saying, I am absolutely sick of it. I don't expect everybody to shut down, to believe in what I believe in. But I tell you what, anybody who can argue with me and tell me that money is not worth fighting for, I have no time for them. All right. It's about money. We're overly regulated, but if we cannot afford to fix a tire, if we cannot afford to fix a tire because of these rates, because of the fuel, the rise in IFTA, the rise in insurance, I honestly believe that this is the time to act. And I believe that most of the men and women in this country are fed up with it. They are.
I wish you the best on this. I hope that hundreds or thousands more can join and help from this video that we're doing today. And so, no, I wish you the best because the truck industry needs it.
If they're in the East Coast, by all means, there are power in numbers. The most powerful word is no. And, no is no.
One last time, where are we meeting up and at what time?
40 Hilton Street, Easton, Pennsylvania. If you can find some room there, I'm pretty sure that it's a huge lot, huge. But I'm pretty sure that hey, if you see some trucks that just have their hazard lights on, just park where you're at, because chances are that's your spot right there.
I got you. No, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for this. And
We're probably going to take off at midnight, roll into New York City. That way there's not much traffic. And we'll surround the headquarters of Fox News, God willing, that the police doesn't put barricades up. But if that's the case, we're going to be in New York City. We'll block up Times Square. The Today Show airs from Times Square, ABC from Times Square. The trucks will be on the news tomorrow morning. That's a fact.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you, Rick. Thank you. And we'll be keeping in contact.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good luck. God bless
Oh,
your
yeah.
people. Help us, man. Spread the word. Thank you, sir.